The limbic system is a complex collection of structures located in the brain whose main role is to deal with emotions and memories. The limbic system establishes the emotional state of an animal based on sensorial input and its relationship to stored memories. It is also in charge of generating new memories. The response of the limbic system to a given stimulus can be generated in a conscious manner as well as through the autonomic nervous system. In some instances, the emotion may dictate that a given movement is to be carried out. Thus, nerve impulses are passed along to the brain stem, to the spinal cord to carry out such movement. Responses involving the autonomic nervous system are principally mediated through the hypothalamus, which can either send action potential through the brain stem to the periphery or via hormones released into circulation. Most of the structures of the limbic system are located lateral to the thalamus and below the cerebrum, although part of what is described as the cerebrum is also part of the limbic system. The structures that make up the limbic system are as follows. Cingulate gyrus, which is also part of the cerebral cortex, controls the expressions of emotion through pre-established movement of skeletal muscles. Parahippocampal gyrus, which is also part of the gray matter of the brain cortex, play a significant role in encoding and retrieving memories. The hippocampus is involved in memory processing and memory formation. It converts short-term to long-term memories. The hippocampus also participates in spatial recognition, orientation, and space recognition. This is an area affected by Alzheimer's disease, so new experiences are not stored as long-term memories, but they fade away. Alzheimer's patients, however, still retain old memories, but they lose all new ones. The dentate gyrus, which is part of the hippocampus, is specifically in charge of forming new memories that will be stored in the cerebral cortex in what is called memory consolidation. Depending on the type of memory, these will be stored in different parts of the cortex. The fornix is a tract of white matter or axon that connect the hippocampus with the mammillary body and the hypothalamus. The mammillary body functions as a local relay to direct information from the amygdala and the hippocampi to the thalamus and participate in recalling memories. The amygdala, also referred as the aggression center, interfaces between the limbic system and the cerebrum, and all sensory input to generate the sensation of anger, violence, fear, or anxiety. The output of the amygdala will be directed to the hypothalamus through the stria terminalis for autonomic responses, or to the prefrontal cortex where conscious responses will be implemented as the feeling of love or anger. The thalamus is a relay station receiving most sensory information and distributed throughout the brain to eventually decide an outcome such as movement. It also conveys all decisions from the cortex to the brain stem for motor activity. The corpus callosum is located in the medial part and connects both hemispheres of the brain. The olfactory bulb is in charge of olfaction. It can send information directly to the amygdala for processing, to the orbitofrontal cortex for cognitive processing and storage, and to the hippocampus where it influences emotions. Below the thalamus is the hypothalamus, which eventually receives all sensorial input, some directly from the brain stem, while others processed by other areas of the limbic system. Most connections of the hypothalamus are bidirectional. The hypothalamus eventually decides on the proper response to maintain homeostatic condition by either sending nerve impulses through the autonomic nervous system or by regulating many physiological functions through hormones.